going to ask you, what is economic profit? And why do we want to know about economic profit? What is economic profit?
I did not know.
Think about it. Think about it. You were here last class.
No, I wasn't.
You are not here?
I know it's something with long run.
Economic profit, yes, we use economic profit to determine whether the firm should run in the long run, right? How do we calculate economic profit?
Total
Revenue,
total costs.
total revenue minus total cost. So in the long run, we want all the costs to be covered. That's why we have to deduct all the costs. Okay, that's economic profit. And we learned another profit, which is called operating profit. How do we calculate operating profit?
Total cost.
Total revenue,
minus total variable cost.
total revenue minus total variable cost. Because in the short run, you don't care too much about those fixed costs. You care about whether your daily expenses to be covered. So that's what you want to know. So operating profit is used to determine whether you're going to run in the short run. And the two more concepts we learned in last class is one is break-even point, and the other one is shutdown point. What is that break-even price? What's the break-even price? Break-even price.
When your profit equals 0 and operating profit is positive.
Economic profit equal to 0, and that is the price that we call the break-even point. Break-even price. What about the shutdown point? Shutdown price. What is shutdown price?
The lowest point of the ABC.
It's the lowest point of ABC. And at that price level, what happened to the operating profit? Gonna be zero. Gonna be zero. Okay, at shutdown point, operating profit is going to 0. Any price below that, you're not gonna run in the short run. Okay? And then we divide the price into 3 categories. The price is above the break-even, the price in between break-even and the shutdown, and the price below shutdown, right? All right, so today I'm going to show you a problem which you're going to see in the exam. Okay? This problem here, it does not have the graph, but it requires you to utilize the numbers and calculation to draw the graph yourself, then answer the question. Okay? All right, so this example is as follows. Suppose we're talking about a production schedule at Fuzz Bumpers Incorporation. So this company's name is Fuzz Bumpers. They make bumper stickers. Okay, bumper sticker manufacturer. Okay. What I gave you here is the plan and overhead cost is $100. The wage rate is $15 per unit of labor. Okay. The first question is, I want you to fill in the blanks in the following table. Okay. Output, or you can call it total product as follows. P, L, APL, AFC, AVC, ATC, MC. Okay, so this is a huge table. In this table here, you are given the labor units. This is input, right? Input level. And this is output level. So you're given the input and output level. So in a sense, you're given the production function. So you know what it's like between output and input labor. Now I'm asking you to find marginal productive labor, average productive labor, fixed cost, or marginal cost. So this is combining chapter 7 and chapter 8, because in this table, I'm not only asking you to find something related to the production function, but also related to the cost. So this is from both chapter 7 and 8. Do not wait for me to tell you the answers. Start with MPL. What is MPL? Marginal product labor. What the meaning of that? Marginal product labor. Think about this name, marginal product of labor. If you listen to this name, think about this name, you will understand the meaning of marginal product of labor.
If you hire an additional person, how much labor?
Marginal product of labor. How much what?
How much more you can produce?
When you hire one more worker, how much more are you going to produce, right? Okay? So that's what is NPL. Do you think you can, so both of you figure out the meaning of that. If you figure out the meaning of that, I think you should be able to figure out the numbers based on this too, right? So what is marginal product labor for the first unit of labor, Joshua?
60.
The second one? 90. Third one? 70. Next one?
30,
Next one?
20,
Next one? Does everyone know how do we get those answers? You subtract the number below. This minus that is 60. This minus that is 90. So it's a difference between each one. Okay, why we do that? Because when you hire just one worker, you produce 6 units, right? When you hire 2 workers, then you produce 150. So the extra 90 unit is due to the additional worker here, right? And from here to here, there is extra 70 units. And this is due to the third hire of the workers. That's the meaning of marginal product labor. Any question on this? Alexis, any question here? No? Okay, second column, APL, average product labor. Again, think about the name, average product labor. How do we find the average product labor?
You divide
Divide what?
the MPL by the output, or is it MPL by-
Average product of labor.
Okay, so you divide the MPL by. Oh, you divide output by the labor.
By the output by the labor. Okay? That is APL, average product labor. Okay? So go ahead, calculate this value because we need values in this. make sure you sign your name on today's tendency because every one of you are going to get extra credit for showing up today. So you never know when I'm going to give it to you. It shouldn't be difficult. Okay, for the third, I have the first two. What's the third one?
73.3.
Huh?
73.3.
73.3. The next one?
62.5.
62.5. The next one? 54. The next one?
46.6.
7. Okay? Big deal. Good. So these two columns deals with production function. Production function. That's what you learned from chapter 7. The rest of the column deal with the cost function, which we will learn in this chapter. Okay. So again, how do we find those? You know, you really don't have to memorize the formula. If you remember those names and look at names, and it's very intuitive. Okay. All this represent average cost. How do you find average? Let's just say average total cost. Average total cost. Divide what by what? Divide by output. Okay? So your total cost divided by output. How about this average variable cost?
Total variable cost.
Total variable cost divided by the output, right? Average fixed cost. Total fixed cost divided by the output. So if you look at the names, it's very intuitive. You really don't have to remember. Okay. So now the key here is how do we figure out what is fixed cost, what is total variable cost, what is total cost? Okay. There's some information given here. Tell me which information that you should be using to calculate total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. Remember, fixed cost is the cost that happened at the very beginning and will not change when you produce more and more. It's $100, right? The $100 is your total fixed cost. Okay, so you know that $100 is total fixed cost. It's not going to change as you produce more and more. So you just use total fixed cost divided by which column? Output here. Okay, go ahead, calculate the numbers because we need those numbers.
I didn't catch the last part you said.
Last part? Okay. The average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost divided by output, right? We have the output,
Okay.
and we just need to know what is fixed cost. And total fixed cost is cost that happened at the very beginning of the business. And no matter how much you can produce, that's not going to change. So which part is fixed cost? $100. So you use $100 divided by this different output. Okay? I calculate. We need numbers.
You said divide the $100 by the output.
By the output. Yeah. That's the how to find average fixed cost. Okay, finished? Okay, so what's those numbers here? The first one,
1.7.
Huh?
1.7.
1.7. Next one,
0.7.
0.7,
0.45.
1.45,
0.4.
1.4,
0.37.
37,
0.36.
0.36. Okay. Okay, you guys have the same numbers? Okay? Everybody got that? Okay, good. Okay, now I want you to look at the change of the average fixed cost. is going up or going down as you produce more and more? It's going down. It should be, because your fixed cost, your total fixed cost is the same, but the output is increasing. So it should. Okay, now let's calculate average variable cost. So we need to find the total variable cost. How do we find the total variable cost? Dante? Dante, how do we find total variable cost? Which information that you should be using now?
Use the wage rate.
Wage rate. That's the information you need to use, right? But how do we calculate? Use this information. Multiply by
Labor.
labor units, right? When you hire 2 units with labor, then the cost of the labor should be $30. So that's how you find the total variable cost. Does everybody here get that? Brandon, you still have a question here?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
Okay, so you see that wage rate is $15 per unit, right? You see that information there? Wage rate is $15 per unit. So for each unit of labor you hire, you're gonna pay $15. Okay, when you hire 1 labor, you pay $15. When you hire 2, you pay $30. When you hire 3, you pay $45. So that is your total variable cost. And you use that divided by output. Make sense?
So that's for the ABC.
Average variable cost. Average variable cost is equal to total variable cost
Yeah.
divided by output. Maybe this is more of a visual person. ABC is equal to total variable cost divided by output, right? Okay. This, how do we find this? Is you use $15 multiply each different units of labor, and output is given right here.
So for average variable cost, you multiply $15 by the labor and then divide it by the output.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
No. If it does not make sense, you should ask.
No, I was just.
Do not just take the formula, because in the exam I will change the question unless you understand why it's like that. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead and calculate the average variable cost, because I want you guys have the numbers there. If you more already had, then go ahead and find ATC, average total cost. Alright, so do we have ABC numbers? Column for ABC? Everybody got that? Still have somebody working on it? Does everyone have it? Okay, so what is ABC here? The first number, 125. Number two,
1, 2.
1, 2.
I didn't get one too.
Point
I got 0.5.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's check.
6.2.
2 multiply 15 should be $30, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, I divided. Never mind, I did it wrong.
Yeah, $30 divided by 150 should be 0.2.
I
Yeah.
did it.
So 0.2. Next one,
Wait,
0.34.
I got 0.2. I got 0.2.
Yeah.
Go 0.2. Okay, let's see. 3 multiply 15 is should be $45. $45 divided by 220 should be around 0.2.
Yeah, I did it wrong.
Okay? 0.2 something or 0.1 something.
It's
2.04.
0.204.
0.204. Okay. All right. Next one. 0.24. Next one.
28.
0.28.
28.
Right? Okay. The next one. 0.32. Okay. All right. So I want to take a look at the change of the ABC. See how the number change. At the beginning, it was what? Going down or going up? Going down, then it's going up, right? Exactly like the shape we learned before. This shape. Okay. All right. So now it's ATC. How do you get ATC? There's two ways to get it, right? There's two different approaches. What's the first way?
Add them together.
Just add these two numbers up, right? Add AFC and AVC together. That's one way to do it. What about second way to do it?
Divide total cost by the labor.
Good. Divide total cost, not by the labor,
The output.
the output. That's right. Divide total cost by output. Total cost, is $100 plus the labor cost. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. You either find the total cost, which is TVC plus TFC, then you divide by the output. Or you can just add these two numbers together. The one thing about this, doing this way is, if you messed up these two numbers, this will be wrong. Right? If you messed up these two columns, this could be wrong if you just add these two. So you should check with the second approach. Okay, so that should not be hard. So let's get this ATC numbers here. Okay, so what is ATC? 1.95. The next one 0.9, right? Next one is 0.654, 0.64, 0.65, 0.68. Am I right? Am I doing right? You have to check my math here. So look at those numbers. It's going down first, and it's going up again. You guys get the same number as I did? Any question here? You guys, do you have a question? No? I'll look and see. No question? Okay. Alright. The hard question in this problem is finding marginal cost. Again, first think about the name. Then we figure out how to find it. marginal cost. What the meaning of marginal cost? What is the marginal cost?
Additional cost.
Additional cost. Will you do what?
Increase
Increase what?
the quantity.
Increase quantity by 1 unit. Okay? Marginal cost is additional total cost when you produce 1 more unit. Okay? Now let me ask you here. From here to here, how much more output you produced? From here to here.
60.
So you produce 16 more units. You know how much total cost has increased from here to here, right? But that is the total cost, let's say increase the total cost when you produce 16 more units. But marginal cost said it is the increase the total cost when you produce 1 more unit. So how do we find that?
Use the total cost.
Use the total cost, that's right.
Divide by something.
Divide by?
Output.
Divided by output. It's increase of the from here to here. You calculate the increase of total cost, then divided by what? The increase of the total output. So that's why the formula is this. Is the change of the total cost divided by the change of the output. This delta here, this triangle here needs to change. Okay? From here to here, we know what is the change, right? We have calculated, it's right here. And we know the change of the total cost from here to here. What is change of total cost from here to here? The change of the total cost, the increase of the total cost.
Is it 100 plus 100?
The increase of total cost. Increase.
1.95.
What is the total cost at this point here? At here. You sure?
It's 100.
100. Right? Don't forget the overhead cost, the fixed cost is always there. So the total cost is just $100. How about total cost here?
200.
200?
115.
100? How do you calculate total cost? It's right here. 100 plus?
Oh. 60.
What's the total variable cost here? You just calculated. $15, right? So what is the total cost here?
115.
115. The total cost here is 100. The total cost here is 115. What is the increase of total cost? $15. Okay. Now look at here. From here to here, what is the change of the total cost?
15 more.
15. From here to here, what's the change of total cost?
15.
15. So the change of the total cost from here to here to here to here to here is always $15 because fixed cost does not change. The only thing is changing is the variable cost, which is labor cost, right? You guys see? You guys following? So the change of total cost from here to here, here to here is always the same. It's $15. But the change of total output is different. So now you know how to do it. Right? Go ahead, calculate marginal cost. If you're still confused, then raise your hand, ask me. Confused about where?
The whole thing you just did.
Then you have to ask me a specific question.
Okay, so when you were explaining, oh, you can go ahead.
Remember?
When you're explaining, I don't know what numbers you're going to divide by. I was listening to you, that it was like,
Partially, semi-listening.
I was trying to comprehend it.
Okay, Hold on, just let her.
So do you divide the 15 divided by the NPL, right? That's right.
And we know the 15, we know all the NPL. Oh, that's it.
Just do 15. That's it. 15 divided by NPL.
So just that this.
But you have to understand what.
So just multiply 15 by
Not multiply, divide.
divide.
Because the formula says it's a change of total cost divided by the change of output. Yeah, you should be able to calculate that now. The number. Does everyone know what we're doing and how do we do it? Everyone? Anyone does not know, raise your hand.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Is we dividing 15 by NPL or 15 by the output?
15 by NPL.
Okay.
Because NPL is this change of the output. It basically is NPL.
So,
We have to use the formula. Okay, do not throw the formula away. This is the formula we use. The change of the total cost is always 15, and change of output is this number. Don't think this is hard. It's not hard. It requires you be very attentive to this stuff here. We cannot give you somewhere for 5 minutes, and you will not know what happened.
The average total cost,
Mhm.
I thought we were supposed to, add the average variable cost plus the average fixed cost
Yes.
and divide that by the output.
Exactly right. The reason is this. You either do this way, okay? You either calculate the total cost like this, then divide it by Q. So, you see what I'm saying?
Okay, so since we, okay, I got
Okay,
it.
you got it? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so let's see what's numbers here. What is the first one? 0.25, right? The next one?
0.16.
Huh?
0.16.
0.16, 7. The next one?
0.214.
0.214. The next one?
0.5.
0.5. The next one?
0.75.
0.75. Last one?
1.7. 1.5.
1.5. Good. All right. So now we finished this, the first part of the question. Okay. But the real question we want to answer is, I'm giving you this plant, this manufacturer. What we want to answer here is, how much should the Fuzz Bumpers Incorporation should produce? How many bumper stickers should they produce? And whether they're making some economic profit or operating profit, whether it should shut down in the short run, long run. Remember all this stuff? We have to answer those questions for this manufacturer. But do we have all the information to answer those questions? What else do we need? Think about that.
The price?
The price from the market. The price of the sticker that you can sell at the market. So now I'm giving you the price. Let's suppose the bumper sticker is sold at 50 cents per each. That's the price. Now you have all the information you need. You have the information about the market, you have the information about characteristics of this form, which are represented by all this table. Now, I need you to answer the question, how many laborers should he hire, and how many should he produce, and whether they're gonna make some profit or not. And they should run the short run, long run. Got it?
How you apply that to what we just did?
Louder, I can't hear you.
Like how do you apply that 50 cent to like the whole little chart thing we just did?
How do we apply?
Yeah, like
We
what?
learned it. We learned it in last class. Actually, I just mentioned, did I just mention? Maybe I did not mention today, but we use it in last class. How do we figure out the optimal output?
Oh, okay.
You got it? How do we figure out optimal output? Joshua, you were raising your hand?
I wasn't there last class.
Price,
Just
price
total
should equal
revenue
the
minus
marginal cost.
variable cost.
Louder.
Price equals marginal cost.
Price equal to marginal cost. That is a profit maximizing condition, right? Do we have a marginal cost exactly equal to the price? Okay, so how many workers you have to hire? 4 workers. How much you should produce?
250.
Okay. Now the next question you should know that I'm gonna ask you is what?
Wait,
Wait, what?
what
What did
just
you
happened
say?
there? What just happened there?
That's how you find optimal output, right?
Yeah, but what about the 4 that you just said?
The 250.
What?
Where'd
Hold
you
on.
get it to?
Hold on, let's start from.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the condition we're gonna use to produce the optimal output. Okay? We have the number in the marginal column. And what is marginal revenue?
Isn't it the price of
It's
the?
just the price of the good in a perfect competitive market. Because every time you sell 1 unit and the additional revenue you're gonna gain is just the price of this good. So in a perfect competitive market, this is just the price,
So 50 cents.
50 cents. Okay, so you just need to find the number of laborers where the 50 cents is exactly equal to the marginal cost. And this is right.
Okay.
Cause that's how much output is that?
So that's it.
Yes,
And we're
like-
done.
Now,
That's like a point.
Because when the price is 50 cents, and then whenever we done marginal cost, that when you do 4 laborers, it's 50
50
cents.
cent.
So 250 is what you need. Like
the,
every
the
hour you
250 is
Yeah,
this.
she put that, she put that.
250 is this.
Figure it out.
How much we want to produce, the firm, the manufacturer wants to produce. And only when they produce 250 units, they will maximize the profit. Because that is what profit maximizing condition tell us. If you want to maximize the profit, then the price has to be equal to marginal cost. If not, then you are not maximizing the total profit. Okay, so what's the next question I'm gonna ask? Just mention it, huh?
She said short run.
You run, whether they're gonna run in the long run, whether they're gonna run in the short run, right? Okay, how do I answer that question? I think that's the challenge. You with me? Kind of, which part?
I was still trying to figure out, so when we have the quiz, are we gonna have the quantity?
If I give you the question in the exam, I will give you this, but you have to fill out this. So you have to calculate the marginal cost.
Okay, I think I'm
Huh?
talking about giving you,
Use what?
We have like a cheat sheet on the test.
Like a little.
You guys intelligent enough to not need it.
But I might
You know how you
use the
come
phone.
up with that 50 cent? The 50 cent the price?
Uh-huh.
Like, is that out of thin air or what?
I can't hear you. Louder.
Like when you said the price was gonna be 50 cent for each little bumper sticker. Like, where'd that come from?
It's a good question. I just give it to you.
Was that
Arbitrarily.
was
Yes.
originally in the problem? when
It
it's
will be.
asking?
Okay.
It should be.
Okay.
Yeah. If I don't give it to you, you cannot solve the problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alright.
that's what I was asking.
That's what you're asking. Yeah. 50 cents has to be given. Yeah. So you have to have the information from the market and also information about the firm to solve the problem. Okay. So now get back to the question whether this firm, should this firm run in the short run and long run? How do I answer that? What is concept we're going to have to use to determine that? economic profit and operating profit. Okay, so we have to figure out whether economic profit is positive now and operating profit is positive now, right? And how do we figure that out? Revenue minus total cost, very good. Do you think you can calculate that? Yes?
What was it?
You guys don't have faith in yourself. Total revenue
Total revenue would be the.
is equal, no, let Brianna say. I know she can do it. Total revenue. Total revenue, how do we find total revenue when you produce 250 units? Total revenue is how much money you make, you sell. I mean, how much you get by selling. You sell 250 units. Like, for each unit, how much money you gonna sell at?
You're gonna sell it at 50 cents, right?
Yeah, you're gonna sell at 50 cents and you sell 250. So what's total revenue? 50 cents, you get 50 cents for each unit, and you're gonna sell 250. So how much money you gonna get? 50 cents multiplied by 250, which is equal to $125. That's the total revenue.
That's how much you making?
Yeah, that's the meaning of total revenue.
Okay.
It's a price of the good multiplied how many units you sell. Total revenue. Okay? Okay. How about the total cost? Total cost.
It's
160.
Okay, for laborers. What is total cost equal to? The formula I just erased.
The fixed cost plus the variable cost.
Right? What is fixed cost?
100.
100. What is variable cost? When you hire forward laborers?
$60.
$60. So it's equal to? So what is economic profit? Joshua, what is economic profit? You're making $125, but you have to pay $160.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
you subtract 125 minus
So
160.
it is equal
and
to
negative.
negative $35.
Yep.
So should this firm run in the long run? No.
Hold on, where'd you get the 160 from?
Okay. So fixed cost here is equal to 100, right? Because that's the overhead cost. So that is a fixed cost. This is a fixed cost. And the variable cost is the cost of the labor. You hire 4 workers, and each worker costs you $15. 4 multiplied 15 is equal to 60. You already follow that? The economic profit is negative, so you're not going to run in the long run. How about short run then?
Probably.
What is short run profit?
Um,
It's right here.
65.
Total revenue remains the same, right? But now we're going to subtract total variable cost instead. And total variable cost is equal to $60. So the operating profit is equal to 125 minus 60, which is equal to $65. And economic profit is equal to 125 minus 160 is negative 35. So one is positive, the other one is negative, and so you're going to run in the short run but not run in the long run. It's not hard.
So you determine that by which one is negative and which one is positive?
Since
So whichever one's negative, that's the one that you're not gonna.
economic profit is negative, right? So that means your total revenue cannot cover your total cost. So you're going to leave the market. You're not going because
It's not gonna stay for long.
everybody gets that? is another way to actually to look at operating profit and economic profit without calculating the numbers. So without calculating the number, you should be able to know whether you're going to run the long run or short run. Any idea how do we do it? Remember the graph? Remember the graph I showed you? This is MC, ATC, ABC. We say if the price is above this, then you're gonna run in both, right? If the price is in between, you're gonna run in the short run, but not in the long run. If the price is below, you're not gonna run. Oh, so if you know where the price, where this 50 cents is located in comparison to AVC and ATC, then you will know the answer. So now I want you to take a look at these two columns, AVC and ATC. Look at these two columns. Can you tell where is this 0.50 is located? Look at AVC column first. Tell me what are those numbers are, AVC. Read those numbers loud to me. Only Emily listens to me. Nobody else responds to my request.
0.2, 0.25.
204, 0.24, 0.28, 0.32. So where is 0.50 located compared to the AVC? Look at those numbers. Are they above or below 50 cents? What does that tell you?
You're not gonna run the long run.
The price, this 50 is the price, is definitely above the lowest point of AVC, right? Right? Now look at these numbers. This number all above 0.50 cents. So it tells you this price is below ATC. So it's actually like the price is somewhere here. So if you look at these two columns number, you already know where this 50 cents is located. It's located in this range here. Because it's above AVC, but it's below ATC. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Did that what I said make sense to you? So you're comfortable with this question? You should get 100 points on this question in the exam. All right. So, and I'm finished. Okay, so this chapter is totally finished. Okay, so make sure you do the homework for chapter 8, and it's going to be due on Sunday night.
How long do you get?
Yeah.
So, we start on